It's a little top heavy. It starts heavy and then it just fades away. But for me, emergency medicine was giving a balance throughout these four circles. And against my own instinct, which was always going for what I loved the most, at the interview I said emergency medicine. And then before I could think, I could sign a paper and I was already in the course. At this point, most people would ask, so you said a brilliant story, Muthu, but were you happy? Truth be told, I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. And I was complaining that I think I made the worst decision of my life in the first few months. At that point, I called a very intelligent friend. Her name is Meenakshi, and she said, Muthu, no one is happy in the first year of their PG, whichever specialty you take. So think about it. Don't take any hasty decisions of quitting. She also said that maybe you should look at this decision of yours like an arranged marriage. And so now, learn to find love inside it. It's possible, it's not impossible. A good percentage of India's population has done that. So maybe we should do it. When I thought about it, I started looking at the positives. And then I was looking back at my journey now. Because emergency medicine is a shortlisted branch, I went to UK without writing any exams. I just wrote an English exam. I didn't write your lab, didn't write any Royal College exams. I just went there. I also did some ambulance rides, and I learned beautiful things about pre-hospital care, which I always wanted to bring back to India, which was one of my big purposes, which I did thanks to emergency medicine being a shortlisted branch. Then I published this book. One of my things that I wanted to, again, because emergency medicine is new in India, there are very few textbooks written by Indian authors. So Paras was very, very kind, and they published this book on my behalf. Of course, what I realized then was, as a doctor, you may have already realized yourself, for me medicine was not just about diagnosis and treatment. It's about the soft skills. It's about how you talk to a patient. It's about how you build a team. It's about delicate death declaration. It's also about how you take care of yourselves by just slogging it out in the hospitals, more so in the government hospitals. At this point, I realized that emergency medicine had given me a platform to collaborate 15 psychiatrists from India, 15 emergency physicians, and release this book just talking about the art of caring. I also then, anyone knows Marrow? How many of you know Marrow? Show of hands. Only so that I know it's good or not. Okay, it is good. Marrow is popular. So, I was then, because of the background work that I had done, and because of my flair for teaching and acting, Marrow invited me to be faculty for emergency medicine. We do simulation videos with a good friend of mine, Amit. We do simulation videos here, and this also satisfied me further. And then, yes, there was something missing, and I found it here. There was a nice fictional TV show that runs on Times Now every Sunday at 1:30. I was fortunate enough to be the technical assistant to the director, working with this professional team. I also did a small role, and maybe one of these next few Sundays I'll be there on TV. And I'm just thinking, what has emergency medicine got to do with this? Well, it was my shift work. I finished my shift and I used to go to shoot with them for 6 hours every day after my shift. And again, I want to thank emergency medicine for having given me this opportunity. Further, I told you that I want to do something beyond me and beyond my ideas. And I've always been interested in emotional health of more so emergency doctors, because there's so much stress there and so many suicides happening in medical students. I was then invited to become an advisor to this committee, the IMA National Committee, through which I'm able to negotiate and come up with good ideas which will probably help more and more students and doctors. Again, this helps me find good sleep at night. How do you pronounce this thing?
Without barriers.
I was not very sure. I think it's maybe Sion Frontier. Maybe it just sounds nice when you say it that way. This is Doctors Without Borders. Does anyone know about this NGO? 4 days or 5 days from now, I'll be flying to Iraq for 3 months and working in exactly what I wanted to do. Work in a resource-limited setting in a small hospital in Iraq to treat patients who have been victims of war. And I think about it, I was an easy choice for them. They wanted emergency doctors, there are very few of them. They wanted a doctor who's not just good at diagnosis and treatment, a doctor who can see the big picture, negotiate, talk, build the team, do multiple other things, cheer them up. I think emergency medicine requires a lot of these skills, and I'm happy that emergency medicine empowered me with these skills, and I was picked up very, very easily for this next mission. I look back and think the arranged marriage was not really arranged marriage. It was probably love marriage. want to thank Dr. Nirali and the entire team of Trinity for having given us this opportunity to discuss these interesting, not so textbook from Harrison things. I want to thank all of you all for, you all could have spent some time watching a movie or at the park, but you all came here instead. So I want to thank you all for taking this time and trying to think with me and make us understand this concept better. What I need though from you is not just positive feedback, and it was good. I'm sure the talk was good, but I need negative feedback. I need you to tell me where you felt we can do it better so that your juniors next year benefit from a slightly more comprehensive talk. So I really need your negative feedback. Quick take-home points. The take-home points, taking home to my home or to your home. So you have to give me the take-home points. What are the take-home points? Sorry? Put your thoughts down, write a diary, paper, whatever, but the thoughts have to be on pen and paper. Yes? Sorry? There's no wrong answer. It's not MCQs. Sorry? Ikigai. So if you look at Ikigai, look at the bigger picture. Don't get carried away by just one small thing and try to see if everything is matching. Yes? Anything else? Don't look at one story and don't look at one person and try to find the answer. The answer comes from within. Anything else? You have just about 5 seconds more. Take your internships seriously. Okay. So you have to go out there, actively look for answers. Ikigai is not going to land on your lap. You have to go and get out of your comfort zone. Newspaper and pen, yes, diary. Check all the 4 circles of Ikigai if they match. Ultimately, disclaimer, this is my story, this is not an absolute truth, this is how I went about it. You may want to do it in a different way, but I've just given you principles to think. You're free to take them or leave them. In quick conclusion, I'd like to say that a lot of decisions we take sometimes, we're just trying to find very, very quick happiness. All our decisions. Maybe it's a good time to take a step back and try to think and find answers to questions which helps us find peace instead. At some point maybe you realize that they don't go hand in hand. Sometimes maybe we make decisions that help us find peace but don't necessarily make us happy. At that point you may want to come back and say hi to me and I will say, I told you so. Thank you very much. I'm told that this is just 27 minutes, so officially have 3 minutes more. And in these 3 minutes, we're going to do an exercise. Okay? Fine. So now you can either take out a paper and pen, or you can take out. It's called the most corrupt invention of mankind. Yes, you can take out that, and you can just type out. Based on what we had said, the MBTI test, 4 questions will be asked. Mark yourself. Let's start. So here I want you to think, which one are you more of? ISFJ. See, most of us are both. It depends. Sometimes someone you love, you're more of something and something else. What are you predominantly? Are you E or are you I? Write it down. I'm coming to check if you're writing down or typing it down. You can come forward if you want, if you're not in class. I think it's going to. So which one are you more of? I'm not going to do what you're writing, so don't have to cover. So don't private diary, so I or you. Can we change? No? Yes, no. There's no don't know, can't say. I think yes or no. Shall we change the slide? No. There's no perfect answer. Approximately, which one are you more of? I'll give you 5 seconds more. interest of time, shall we next slide please? How do you look at things? Are you the sensing type, or are you the gut feeling, intuition type? Or are you more of, or both of course? Sometimes, of course, we are, depending on the situation, one or more of the other, predominant. Okay, shall we change the slide? You must have got some big answer. You want some more time. You want a perfect answer. This is freely available online also, so you can get the perfect answer sitting quietly someday. Your friends are not peeping into your. Okay, too late. Okay, next slide. How do you go about deciding things? Are you more the thinking type, or are you more the feeling type?
She was a friend. She was my listening. She knows only the pictures at our parties. She was in all the Texas.
Then of course, we'll give you a little more time on this, maybe 5 seconds more.
Anjali Papa.
The last question. How do you view the outer world? Are you judging the type? Or are you perceiving?
Perfect. Yes, 100%.
Having done that now,
all characters.
you all have a code for yourself. We quickly run through the next 6 slides because that's just the answers. So what are you? Are you one of these 4? If you are, apparently coherent specialities with these person. I want you to remember, next slide please. I want you to remember, you can keep changing after every 5 seconds. These points, this is not, don't feel disappointed if you are not what you imagined didn't come out here. I think this exercise is useful. If you wanted something and it turned up there in your specialty, then you can feel doubly sure. But if you wanted something it didn't turn up, don't feel rejected because this is not entirely true. This is still being speculated as one of clues, one of many clues. This is for positive reinforcement, not for negative reinforcement. Please don't go back home and try and
Yeah, I think so. Quality is also with ENT at Nair.
It's all available online, but yeah, sure. On the first slide.
Oh, Sharat comes out with his bone.
You know your code, just look at your code.
Is he in the hospital now? I've not met him for damn long.
I know this is exciting. Sometimes when you're excited, we give things too much importance. Remember, it's not that important. It's just one way of thinking. It's fun, but this is not the take-home message. This next exercise is just going to last for 1 or 2 minutes. This is something that I want you to do neatly. Take out the best sheet of paper, take out your most favorite lucky pen, and draw 4 circles like the way we did in Ichigai. Draw the first circle, nice neat circle. Silence because it was like happening generally in silence or under influence of alcohol. There will be 2 times that it happens. We can't do that now. So we do introspective silence. Draw the first circle for yourself, that which you love. Write down 5, 3, 2, whatever specialties that you think you love.
No, I'm in Bangalore. I'm
What
flying back
you
on
can
Sunday,
rate
but I
as
quit my
stars?
job. I'm moving back to Bombay after
Or
tomorrow.
just write down the chapter.
I'm with my master's in the
No,
summer.
not writing.
Working to the US.
Sorry, that
Have
is
you drawn
not.
some green circles? Draw
Got
an
accepted
overlapping
in some of the
circle
schools. I'm waiting on some schools.
on the right hand
ऊपर
side.
वाले में write that which
It's
you
a,
love.
it's a, someone applied for masters in health management policy and some were MBA